Hello and welcome to the introduction to the use of the general features of Effigos 3D Explorer. Effigos Explorers are browser-based software. This means that they are started directly in the browser with a link that is provided. We recommend using an up-to-date browser such as Chrome, Firefox or Safari. The Effigos 3D models are characterized by their accuracy and detail. To achieve this, a significant amount of data needed to be loaded. This can lead to different loading times depending on the device used. The better the graphic performance and the internet connections of the device, the faster the loading times. Typically, modern computers, laptops and tablets are capable of loading the 3D content. While a mouse and a keyboard are ideal for navigation, touch input is also supported. Additionally, it's recommended to have a screen size of at least 10 inches for optimal usability. To activate your application, you will receive either a license key or an activation link. The activation link will open the software and automatically apply the license key. If you only receive the license key, open the provided URL. Usually, a welcome screen with quick access to the license manager will appear. Paste the copied license key into the field and confirm it with the plus sign. Alternatively, you can access the license manager at the top right corner by clicking on the key symbol in the title bar. Depending on the license type, the functions and contents will be unlocked. Grayed out tools or module fields are not included in the license and therefore cannot be used. In the center of the application you will find the 3D model. At the top there's the title bar with start, forward and backward functions, model selections if available, the module selection in the middle at the top, and on the right you'll find the info, license management and help functions. On the left there's the Explorer toolbar with its editing tools and settings. In the bottom right you will find the camera. Interaction with the model is done by clicking or touch input. When you hover the mouse over a structure, you will see the structure name. Rotation can be achieved by clicking and dragging with the left mouse button or using a finger for touch input. Zooming is accomplished with the mouse wheel or the zoom gesture. Tilting the model can be done by moving it at the edges of the screen. Moving the model is done using the right mouse button or two fingers simultaneously. The context menu opens with a long left click and provides options for the visibility of the selected structure. The structure can be displayed hidden, separated, transparent or highlighted. The forward and backward arrow undo or redo all performed actions. Double-clicking in the empty space centers the model while keeping all other settings. Clicking on the house icon resets the view of the model, including all settings. The camera tool allows you to select preset views and it displays the current location label. Additionally, you can change the projection type using the cube icon at the upper left corner. In central projection, the 3D effect is enhanced. In parallel projection, objects appear the same size regardless of their distance. At the bottom, you will find a triangle that can be used to expand or collapse the camera tool. In the middle of the title bar, you will find the module selection, where various thematic complexes are represented in the 3D Explorer. In the model selection, you will find different models related to the theme of the Explorer. These are usually the various anatomical areas. Let's have a look at the tools in the toolbar. In the search tool, you can enter a search term in the field and a list of search results will appear. In the search results list, there are two options. With the list icon, it opens the structure list, highlights the name and make it flash. With the magnifying glass icon, it isolates the search structure and the model and opens the context menu. In the context menu, the highlight option is a good choice to clearly display the location of the search structure in a transparent environment. The structure list contains all the structures of the models organized hierarchically. When the mouse hovers over a structure, it is highlighted if it's not hidden or the function has been disabled in the settings. In addition, the visibility can be quickly changed from visible to transparent to invisible with the eye symbol in the structure list. This allows you to show or hide individual structures as well as entire groups. When the color tool is active, you can set colors for individual structures within the structure list. The labeling tool displays the label of visible structures in real time. Depending on the Explorer, you may have the options to adjust the number, size and language of the labels in some variants. The Node tool allows you to add individual labels to structures and insert freely positioned text boxes. To edit an existing text, edit mode must be activated. If nodes are to be created or deleted, Add Remove must be activated. Text boxes can be created with a left click and can be grabbed and moved around. A long left click on a node opens the text editor. In addition to font size, you can also set font color, border color and fill color. Anchor points can be deleted by double-clicking. Text boxes can be deleted by double-clicking as well when the Add Remove function is activated. The Arrow tool allows you to add arrows to the model. To edit existing arrows, Edit mode must be activated. If you want to create or delete arrows, activate Add Remove. To create an arrow, click with the left mouse button. An arrow will be created at the point of the click perpendicular to the surface of the corresponding structure. A long left click on an arrow opens the arrow editor. You can customize the arrow's shape, color, length and thickness. You can also change the arrow's direction and position. Right click to move the arrow, left click to rotate the arrow around its tip. The cutting tool allows you to look inside a model. The simple version allows you to set a vertical cut with a right click. In the extensive version, 2 additional options are available. In touch mode, the cut is always vertically through the selected structure or the model. You can cut through all structures or only the one you click on. Clicking the rotated arrow in the tools area resets the cut. In swipe mode, you can add the cutting line by clicking and dragging, align it by moving the 2 white points, and remove the clicked part with a double click. Cutting planes can also be moved using the mouse wheel. Holding the control key while using the mouse wheel shifts the cutting plane. When the cursor is over an empty area, the cutting plane of all intersected structure is moved. If you hover only over a structure, only the section plane of this structure is moved. In order to color structures individually, the color tool can be activated. The color selection is done in the structure list using the color boxes. In the structure list, you can adjust the RGB value, hue, saturation and opacity. You can also select a predefined color from a color palette or restore the original color using the upper right field. The Explosion Graphics function provides a clear representation of all individual structures within the model. It can be activated and deactivated. To load, create and save presentations and individual 3D views, launch the Presentation tool. You can load an XBin presentation file and view the presentation saved within the Explorer. Select the presentation file via the File dialog and open it. When editing an existing slide, changes are saved using the Update icon. To create a new presentation, click on the plus sign in the Presentation selection area. For new slides, within a presentation, click the plus sign below in the slide area. After completing a presentation, you can save it locally and share it with others. Enter a name and click on the floppy disk icon. Small note: reliable permanent storage cannot be guaranteed within the browser. Therefore, the presentations should always be additionally saved in file form. A first insight into the course of the presentation can be gained with the preview function at the bottom of the menu. The playback of a created and saved presentation is then done via the media library. In Effigos Explorer, there are 2 ways to access 3D presentations: the quick selection in the start screen or through the media library. Within the presentation, you can navigate using the symbols and preview images at the bottom of the screen. Press the space key to start and pause playback. Additionally, you can navigate forward and backward using the arrow keys. In the presentation overview, you can see all available presentations. The bell symbol indicates whether an audio narration is available for a presentation or not. Furthermore, depending on availability, you can view embedded PDFs and videos. With the Image Export tool, you can quickly create screenshots. You can choose whether to include the user interface elements or the source information in the exported image or not. The position of the source information can also be adjusted before exporting. In the settings, various parameters related to the appearance of the Explorer can be adjusted. Usually at least German and English are available as language options. You can change the background color and vignetting, as well as enable or disable the camera tool. Sensitivity can be adjusted to achieve smooth model movement with all input methods. Shadows can be disabled on less powerful devices. Highlighting structures and displaying names are options that can alter the use of an Explorer. For color vision deficiencies, the color of highlighted structures can be adjusted accordingly. Some general help information. You can open the corresponding page in the Help PDF for each tool by clicking on the small question mark icon. The PDF can also be downloaded for offline use. The question mark symbol in the right corner of the main view opens the Help menu. The interactive Help Assistant can be activated or deactivated in the Help menu. To get to know the application, it is helpful for the first step, but can be completely deactivated later. The Help PDF and this help guide can also be accessed from there. Finally, a few tips. If the software doesn't load, trying a different browser may help. In the event of a program crash, refreshing the page with F5 for example, can be helpful. After an Explorer update, it may be necessary to clear your browser's cache to see the new features. Please make sure to back up your presentations locally before doing so.